Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. Tuesday is here, and it's almost over, and I'm excited. It is 5:30 in the afternoon, and you can see how bright it is outside. It is still a beautiful day. It was near 80 degrees today, which is pretty awesome for February. And because normally in February we have snow. Climate change much? With that being said, I'm okay with a little bit of warmth right now. Being out of that cold that we've been in for quite a bit of while, it's nice to get a little bit of a change and toss things up, and my hat is stabbing me in the forehead. But yeah, it's quite nice, and I've had the window open all day, enjoying the air. There was a little friend that showed up right here, somewhere, wherever, right in there along the fence row, because this is the fence. There used to be cows that ran on the hillside, but obviously no cows are running over there anytime soon. You can see a car going down the road. So I had a little friend pop up earlier over there. I'll insert the picture of that right here. So it looks like we had a little groundhog, a little fat chunker munker, show up and start crawling around. I was sitting here and I kept hearing this munching noise. And I looked and I was like, oh, hey, little fella. And he did not seem to be frightened of me at all, which was cool. I've got my window propped open with my Osmo box. We won't talk about this window. This window is broken. These windows are the fold-out windows, so you can wash both sides, and they have the spring. Apparently the spring in this one's broken. This room was the storage slash cat room slash guest room for a long time, and so who knows what happened to it, because I don't ever open the windows in this room up until now. The rest of the windows are all fine. It's just this one for some reason. And I'm sure it's probably an easy fix, but I just haven't looked into fixing it. Why, you ask? Well, you know that reason, because I'm lazy. But yeah, I'm still super stoked about my trip coming up. I'm so excited for Disneyland. It's just right around the corner. I'm just still exuberantly excited about that. And I cannot wait to be able to get on there. Not the plane part so much still, but get on to California and actually see it and enjoy it and do what I do. Today for me, most of it's been work, but that's normal, right? And I did manage to get some laundry done. I got like 4 loads of laundry done, so that's a bonus. I also went to the store. I had to pick up some stuff. I had to pick up some cards. These were just some dollar cheap cards. Because I sold something on Etsy and it was a gift, and so it's for an anniversary, and so I wanted to kind of make it a little special. So they gave me an anniversary, like a little, what they want the message to say for the item, and so I was like, I'll just buy some cheap cards and I'll put it on a card versus just writing it on a piece of paper, printing it out. So I'm going to write it on one of these little handy note cards here. And then send it on its way. I think I may start doing this all together. I ran to the dollar store on my lunch break. There's a Dollar General not too far away, and so I did run to Dollar General and bought these here. They were $1 for 8. And I think I may start buying some of those. There's some thank you cards in there. I don't typically print receipts and send them when I do a sale on Etsy for either my candles or for my jewelry that I make. And so I don't see the need of printing it because you already have a receipt digitally. So I don't see why you need a physical copy. But a nice handwritten thank you note would be a nice little touch. So I may start doing that to kind of make it a little more personal and more special for the person. But this, I'm really excited. This is the second time I've actually had someone purchase something from overseas. This one's actually going to a small area, a small country near Italy. So I'm really excited about sending that and getting that to them. So it will be on its way there. If you ever are curious about my Etsy stores, I do have 2 Etsy stores. I have one that is called Places Candles Company. If you search Etsy is just Places Candles CO, all one word. You should be able to find it. And it's just my candles that I make and sell on Etsy. I don't sell a ton of candles on Etsy. There are so many people that sell candles on Etsy. Well, really, there's a lot of people selling everything on Etsy, but there are a lot of people that sell candles, and so sales are not exactly the most speedy when it comes to that, but that's okay. I like doing it. I like making them, so I put them on there. Just kind of like the beadwork and stuff that I make. I put that on there and sell it. If it sells, I make a few extra dollars so I can buy more stuff to make more things to put on there. I don't really expect to make a fortune or make money off of it. For me, it's really just about keeping the hobby going. And if I make $10 and that gives me $10 to go buy some more string or some more wax or more fragrance oils or beads or whatever I'm going to be making. So that's really all I do it for. It's not going to be something that will ever be able to support me 100%. 100%. 100%. So, with that being said, I did sell an item, so I got to ship it off, and I'll be doing that tomorrow. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that's really went on? I glued the puzzle that we put together finally. That puzzle with all the villains on it that I showed you like 2 weeks ago. It has been sitting on my dining room table for that long, and I finally got it glued together, and it's all glued. It's laying over here on the floor drying, so that I didn't have to have it on the dining room table anymore, because it was really starting to get in the way when you're painting and you're having to move the puzzle just so slightly so you can paint a little more. Also, I forgot to mention, if you're interested in my other Etsy store, the other one is Beadwork by Riley. Obviously, that's me. So Beadwork by Riley, I think that's probably the only one that's on there. If you Google search it, you'll find it. I think there's like 5 or 6 things that are on there that I did currently, but my mom wanted to test the waters with some of her stuff. And put it on Etsy, and she didn't want to have to go through making a store and all that. So she actually gave me like 5 or 6 different items, and I actually put them all on Etsy for her. They're all listed as I made them, but they are her creations. I have them right with me if you would like to see them. They're quite nice, actually. She does a lot of loom beading. I do hand beading because I quite like the hand beading more. This is one of her items here. This is a bookmark, actually. It's pretty. It's really nice. It's got some charms that I'm holding it by at the top. And it's quite nice. Leather on the back. She's got a bunch of hair accessories as well that she sent with me, and I think 2 necklaces, or a necklace and a couple other odd and end things. So if you want to see what she's got on there, and you like that Southwest kind of style, Native American looking style artwork and beadwork, head on over to Beadwork by Riley. You can definitely tell the difference between hers and mine, because hers is a little more together, where mine is usually very lacy, where hers is very together. So I did start doing making stuff on the loom like that, but I have since stopped. Loom work to me is it just irritates me for some reason. The other one I've got right here, I'll show it to you real quickly as well. This is a turtle. It's a little turtle she made. It's actually a necklace. I showed her how to make that chain, or told her how to make it. I think. I don't remember, because it's hand done, not on the loom. And, but yeah, that's really, really cute. She does those. I probably could not make this pattern, but she definitely can rock out that pattern. So yeah, if you want to see some more of her stuff, even if you don't want to buy it and you just want to look at it, head over to Etsy. Just go Google search Beadwork by Riley, and you'll see all her stuff. All of her stuff is like the newest posted stuff. That's mostly her stuff, but yep, other than that, it's just another day. I am excited. Tuesday's over with, though, for the most part. That means tomorrow's Wednesday. I only have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, work time-wise. And then I'm heading out of town to take care of some business and maybe have a little bit of fun. This weekend, I am going out of town, so I am going to take you, of course, with me. But, boy, my hair. I need a haircut. Bad. I'm just scared to go to the salon because I know they're going to give me a hard time because of my overly processed blonde hair. Oh well, not my problem. I guess technically it is my problem. Either way, going out of town. And so, yeah, I'll take you with me. Like I said, it's probably not going to be overly fun, exciting, thrilling, woo, do all these kind of crazy things. Because I do have to actually do some work. Not like work like I normally do work, but work. If you don't already know, I go to the mountains quite frequently, and that's because I actually have a cabin in the mountains. And so I do rent it out to vacationers, and it's kind of like an investment thing for the future. But I also use it quite frequently. And honestly, the refrigerator has been having some issues over the past probably 4 months. I think it was about 4 months. And it needs to be either heavily repaired or replaced. I can't repair it, so it's getting replaced. So I'm going to replace the refrigerator this weekend. And then I'm also going to either buy a new mattress or put a topper on it, but I'm probably just going to buy a new mattress for the bed because a lot of the guests complain the bed is stiff, and it is. It's an old bed mattress. It's not old. I would say it's probably 3 years old, but you have to keep in mind that it was a very cheap mattress that somebody bought when I bought the place, and yeah, so it's time for it to be replaced. I'm thinking of a memory foam mattress. I saw one yesterday or day before at the store. It was under $300, but it's a full-on queen-size mattress. So I may actually do that to kind of give myself a little luxury while in there, but also to provide some for the guests that go as well, because I really do like providing that. I've always said before, if I could afford to operate my own business, I would probably own a hotel, because I do like working in that field, even though I don't. I would really like to do that because I like working with customers and providing excellent customer service. I don't like dealing with complainers, because I will say I will get a little testy sometimes if you start yelling and complaining at me, but I typically handle it pretty well. I just don't like doing it. But yeah, also it's dark in here. If you notice, I don't have the lights on. Where's the light? I don't have the light on. I may have told you guys before, because of where I live and the fact that there's a lot of farmland nearby, probably 10 years ago, they sent in a ton of Japanese beetles / ladybugs, to the area to help with aphids and things to help with the crops. Well, good thing is they helped with the crops. The bad thing is they multiplied by the billions, and you can't get away from them. So if you know anybody that knows how to get rid of ladybugs, please let me know. But they tend to, and everybody, you're going to hate me. Disclaimer right now, you're probably going to hate me, but I'm going to tell you why. And this is a long video already, but I'm going to tell you why I hate ladybugs. But first and foremost, so if you know how to get rid of them or keep them out of your house, please let me know. Leave it in the comments down below. I have lived here for 15 years, 16 years. And about every other year, we get a swarm wave where it's heavier than most years. Some years, you'll get like 5 or 6 in the house, and you're like, oh, it's no big deal. But this year was that swarm wave where there's thousands in the house at times. And you can vacuum them up. You can spray them. You can do things, but they just keep coming back. They keep coming in through the window seals, around the edges. I don't know how they can squeeze through them, but they do. They find cracks in the floors and the walls, and I've patched cracks, I've patched holes, and they just keep coming. Because there's so many of them. In the early spring, there's so many swarming outside that you can just see them like in the sky swarming. They're gross. And I will tell you this, if you're like, oh, they're ladybugs, they're good looking, cute. Let me tell you what, you can take all these ladybugs and put them in your house and take them, because I hate them. They smell bad. They taste bad. Yes, if they get in your house, you will eat them. They are just horrible. They're horrible little things. They get on everything. Their dead carcasses lay around everywhere. You guys, if you watch, know I clean quite frequently. I literally have to vacuum up almost every other day dead ladybugs. Windowsills, ladybugs. Ceiling, ladybugs. Floor, ladybugs. Porch, ladybugs. Driveway, ladybugs. Car, Ladybugs. It's kind of like if you're from Florida and you know with those love bugs, you know, they're everywhere. The only difference is love bugs typically don't just come into your house. Ladybugs, they come in the house because when it's cold outside, they want to be warm. So they find a way into the warm. But that's why the light's off. I digress, because with the light off, they don't swarm the ceiling and they don't swarm the screens on my computer for some reason. And they tend to stay in the window, which is fine with me. They can just sit in the little windowsill, smacking around on the glass. They don't like this window for some reason. This window, they don't, oh, you can see my arm. This window, they don't typically go in. There's like one or two. That window, I guess because it gets the most sun, they eat it up. They're there. I mean, earlier today, there were so many swarming. You could hear them on the glass. Oh, nasty. Nasty little things. They're gross looking. They're evil. They smell really bad. Most people don't think, oh, ladybugs, they have a smell? I mean, yeah, ladybugs have a smell. Even though these aren't technically ladybugs, they kind of look like ladybugs. And a lot of people call them ladybugs. And they're in that same gene family. They're not technically ladybugs. They're technically Japanese beetles. But I tell you what, they smell terrible. If you've never smelled a ladybug, pick it up. Don't kill it if you don't want to. But squeeze it just a little and then smell your finger. It's disgusting. Just imagine that. Imagine that when they land on your food, when they land on your face, when you walk outside and they're like swarming you, because my door is white and my trim is white on the house, and they like the white for some reason, so they swarm. And when you walk outside sometimes in the spring, it's just like you walk, and in the fall you just walk and it's like you're covered in ladybugs. It's horrible. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. So kids, don't do ladybugs. That was weird. Anyway, I've rambled on about enough crap for today. I'm so sorry I've wasted this much time of your life, and you'll never get it back, so bad news for you. Good news for me is you made it this far, so that means you're willing to possibly hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to go in here, stir my cabbage stew. Tonight I'm making cabbage stew, but I actually took a twist on it. I will tell you that. I made Cajun cabbage stew to kind of make it a little more something. So it is cabbage stew with Cajun, it's andouille, I can't pronounce it, sausage. So it's got the smoked sausage in there. It's got the tomatoes. It's got this Creole seasonings and everything else. But it's basically that with cabbage. So it tastes really good. I tasted it earlier and I'm ready to put it in a bowl, put it in here. So while I go do that, y'all go do what you do. Make sure you come back later. I'll see you on this side. Let's try that again. Oh, before I let you go, I may do a very special Pin Mail Monday this week, or I may save it for next week, but I have a box in my living room and it has 8 pins in it? 9 pins in it? I don't remember. I ordered pins, so I may save that for next Monday. I'm not sure, but you'll see them very soon. I'm really excited. I'm going to go open them here shortly because I haven't even opened them yet. But as I was trying to say a minute ago, I will see you guys on the other side. Till tomorrow.